What's going on, good people? Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton here. If you are wondering how to create a YouTube thumbnail in Canva, go ahead and watch and learn, stick and stay, and I will run that play. What's going on, good people? Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton here, your brandmaster, your cash flow queen, the founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your home-based business with 15 years of experience helping startup and struggling entrepreneurs to develop a simplified blueprint so they can catch their coins and the paper that folds. They can get their assets in order and walk in their wisdom and all that good. My daily goal is to brand you, educate you, and to help you get your assets in order so that you can do what? You can leave a legacy, or better yet, you can actually live one. Okay. So today we're actually walking directly into a Watch Me Work Wednesday, coming directly out of a Teach You Tuesday. Hopefully you were able to catch that. If not, go back to the YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn channel that you found this information on, and probably need to navigate over to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the playlist. So you're available to subscribe to playlists for my Mindset on Monday, Teach You Tuesday, and Watch Me Work Wednesdays, and select the bell so that you get notifications each and every time that I go live. So you will not miss these trainings. These trainings are for you. I am saying all of that, and I am scrolling down trying to find my option that says to subscribe to get the notifications, and I don't see it. So we're not going to work by that. Let's scroll on up here to the topic of today, and that's the Watch Me Work Wednesday live stream here with myself. How to create a YouTube thumbnail in Canva. So you guys are going to watch me kind of work through this process. Typically, everything that I've done has been inside of my software for Adobe Photoshop, but you all can't really learn that on the fly as quickly or as easily as you can learn it in Canva. And so I'm going to see if I can sit here and work through a couple of my templates to make this available for you guys to be able to see how to do it in Canva. So you're going to see me actually show kind of like both screens, but hopefully you'll get the gist of what it is that I'm doing. So let me drop that away and drop myself down here in the bottom right hand corner. What you see on the screen is the screenshot that we're going to use for the thumbnail, because even though you're watching the Watch Me Work Wednesday, how to create a thumbnail inside of Canvas for YouTube, it's actually the one that I'm creating for the Teach You Tuesday thumbnail that is going to post. So you'll get it by the time we get through it, okay? So let's go ahead and pull up a couple of options. So there we have the Photoshop up that I will need. And we also have the Canva account that I will need. And we are going to create this. So let's go ahead and breathe through this process, because again, if you have not had the opportunity to join my Canva in a Snap class, then go ahead and navigate over to the YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn platforms. Locate the Canva in a Snap. It was released earlier this month to try to help you guys and assist you with understanding that wonderful and amazing platform here called Canva. It is a $19 opt-in, and you get access right now through the end of this month to the boot camp for the $19 asset that you buy. So when you actually opt in to get the checklist that comes with that, and to go ahead and level up to the $17 templates, you also get that as well. So when you get an opportunity, go ahead and go over to, let me go ahead and populate that one onto the screen. CDB, all right, that would be Canva Design Bootcamp, or I believe I also had it as miniclass, there we go, .brandyoublueprint.com. So if you go to miniclass.brandyoublueprint.com, that's going to bring you here. You can opt in and you will learn more about Canva and Snap. Definitely worth your time. So even though you'll be getting the class ahead of time, it's not necessarily here. We did go ahead and record it live and we released it live so you guys could have access to it. All right. So that will help you understand some of the layout and some of the things that you see here. All right. So let's go ahead and navigate to the home page of Canva here. And on the Canva home page, we're looking to utilize a thumbnail. All right, so let's scroll across here and let's see if we can locate the thumbnail. So we have it right here. That is going to give us a blank setting for the thumbnail. And we're going to go ahead and YouTube thumbnail. We're going to name it. And specifically for this one, I'm going to name this one the Teach You Tuesday. You guys are going to watch me go ahead and set up the folders for all of this. And so let's go ahead and copy that because we're going to need that in just a moment. And we're going to go ahead and file. And we're going to save to a new folder. And we're going to name that folder Teach You Tuesday. And now this is now sitting inside of that folder. All right. So because we have this open here, and I do already know where some of the backgrounds that I'm going to need, I'm going to go ahead and go over to that and make sure that I am inside of the Teach You Tuesday folder here. So now that I am inside of this folder, I want to go ahead and begin to upload some of the things that I know that I will need. So for this Teach You Tuesday, some of the things that I know that I will need are in a couple of different folders here. So let's see here. I have no idea what my good four-legged son just knocked off onto the floor. All righty. He's not yelling. Nothing sounds like it's spilling. We're going to keep it popping. All right. So what we're trying to set up is here is one of the options that we're going to use. So we know we're going to need this little overlay tab here. We know we're going to need this image with no background there. And we know we're going to need, an image for the background here as well as for the background there. So one of the things that I do know is already in this area are the transparent images. So we're going to scroll down and see if we can locate a couple of the transparent images. And I like to ensure that I'm in the PNG area. And then here is one of the images that I know is there. As you see, it looks like there's nothing behind me. So we know that's one of the transparent images. See how that white comes up for that one? Even though it is slated as a PNG, there's a white background there. But if we go here to this one, we'll see that background drop away. All right. So many of these I actually have in a different area. And let's see if I can locate those rather quickly versus doing all this bouncing around. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go down to my youth lifestyle training. And here are some of the Fiverr background removal images. And there is that's one of them that I have there. So let's go further in here. And one of the ways that I had set this up is I actually had the image sitting next to, and I think it's in the other folder here from the photo shoot. There we go. And so, nope. You know what? It's because I'm in here and I'm looking at custom files down here. It might not give me what I need to see. So let's go out here and open up an Explorer folder here. And let's see if this will allow me to see both images that I'm looking for. All right, there we go. So because I was in Canva, it wasn't going to show me PSD files that I cannot use inside Canva. But this is the way I set them up so I could see the background remove images for each of the different poses. Do you see how the background is gone for some of these? And then some of them are like this. So Let's right click and let's group them by the type. And now you'll be able to see the difference. So up here, these are all PSD files, right? And then these are all JPEG files. So there's a background on all of those. However, this PNG file, there's no background on that one. There's no background on that one. Okay. So somewhere in here, I actually had organized these to have a background remove picture sitting next to an actual background there image. And it doesn't look like it's here. So of course, because this is impromptu, you guys are going to see me go through a couple of different images here. And let's see if any of that is going to do what I need for it to do. And it's not. So Honey and Child, I don't know what I did with them. But let's go and see if I possibly put them here. Canva. Photo. Background remove. Not there. And photo shoot. Not there. So again, Honey and Child, I have so many files, I can't tell you where I put them. But I know that I did it because this became frustrating for me to continuously have to look through my files. So somewhere I have them slated right beside each other. So for the purposes of this, I'm just going to say copy it for now. And I hope this flipping and carrying on doesn't drive you guys too bad when I'm trying to find stuff like this. But again, you're watching me work, so please understand the mindset by which I work. Yep, it's not going to be good to me. It's going to be a pain. All right, so for the purposes of this, let's just go grab that one. Y'all know as soon as I get off of here, I'll find them. And you're talking about something that burns my butter is that when I get off and find exactly what I need and I'm done training and I'll go find everything that I need. You're talking about aggravating? Oh my goodness, that is so aggravating. Because I'm trying to go through. But of course, when I do it impromptu, hate to say it, guys, that's kind of what you end up with. All right, and it doesn't appear that I'm going to find what it is that I'm looking for because this is, again, only 2. So for the purposes, let's go ahead and paste that one here. And see, as you see, I have it down here as a PNG, but there's a background there. So yeah, that's quite aggravating. All right, and so I want to do one more thing. I'm going to copy that one there. Because when I go over into Canva, I want to be able to just click one time and add them all in there. Child, is this where I put it at? I want to be able to, bring them all in one time. Yeah, here we go. And paste that one. So for the purposes of showing you this, we're just going to do this 3. But also, isn't Teacher Tuesday? I'm trying to become more consistent with this as well. Teacher Tuesday is the red one down there. See the little image down there. Teacher Tuesday is starting to have the red ones. Mindset on Monday, I have the black one. And Watch Me Work Wednesdays is when I do the poppy collar shirt. So yeah, we're going to have to cheat the system just a little bit because I, right off the top of my head, do not know where that red image is. So what I'm going to do is cheat a little bit. We're going to go ahead and open this one up. And I am going to right click on this image. M41 is what it is. And that gave me the image that I need. So when I go over to the folder and I'm looking at the background images, I know this one is M41 is the one that I'm looking for. And see, all of these are background, no images. So there's another one, but M41 for the purposes of that one is the one that I am looking for. So I'm going to Control Open, and I am going to go down to that one and go to my background images and go in here. And I believe that's what I did. So see, now that we're inside of here, you'll see this one and this one next to it. This is the one that's no background. This is here. And I'm assuming that I have those saved as PNGs. But if you right click here in Photoshop and I do a group by type, you'll see that the only PNGs I have in here are those three. That one is actually not a PNG. So my PNGs with no background are up here under my Photoshop images. So that's why I wouldn't be able to find them, because I'm looking for them to be PNGs and they're not. So for the purposes of this, let's go ahead and open up 41 and 43, because I know those are the two that do not have a background. And then I'm going to File Save As, and we're going to reduce that significantly down to 25%, giving me that size of a file. And we're going to go up here and ensure that it is a PNG. See how the background disappeared? And we're going to say save. And because we're still in this folder, then that's M43. And we're just going to help ourselves out here today. And we're going to say red CFQ forward facing. We're going to help ourselves real good. All right. All right, and we're going to save that one. We also opened up this one. We're going to save that one. Doing the Jeopardy music dance over here, guys. Now, all of this that I'm showing you is actually my pre-work. This is not how you actually create the thumbnail inside of Canva, but I need for you guys to be able to see some of the pre-work that goes on when you're trying to get your mind right, okay? When you're trying to get your mind right. We're going to save that one. We know that one's 41, and we also know it's red, and it is right shoulder. You know, this is how I help myself out, guys. PNG, and we're going to go back to there. So for the purposes of this, we got what we needed. All right. And so we also know that we need this background. So blank MWR membership background is the one that I use for back here. We also know that we need the logo in white, which I do believe we have over there. And then for this one, we may go ahead and keep this in there. We shall see. But for sure, we know that this background is one that's needed. So let's see if we can go over and build this in Canva. We're going to bring that down, and we're going to go over here to our blank imprint. And let's go upload those images that we went through all that drama to get saved. All right, let's go into our backgrounds. Go in here, and we're going to get number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to open all of those over here in our images inside of Canva. While we're in here, we're going to go ahead and upload that Canva in a Snap mini class logo, because we may go ahead and populate that in here. And that is inside the 2023 folder, the brand new blueprint, and the Canva in a Snap class. And I'll just go ahead and grab all 3 of those, depending on which one. I think this white and gold one is the one that we'll need, because we're on a black semi-rectangular figure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save that, bring those in here. We can also go ahead and upload, for the purposes of keeping everything training related. We're going to go to our logos. This may take us a minute to find, because it acts a but because of the way that I named it, but we'll see if we can find this one pretty simplistically. It's got a W on it. It is right there. Alrighty, and we are going to get that pulled in as well, that logo. And we're finally going to go see if we can quickly locate the blue background image. If not, we may have to improvise, but I believe I may be able to find that background pretty easily. In the earlier months of January. And my January folder is hiding from me right now. There's my April folder, February. Child, staying organized is real. No background there. March. We had April. Where did we see April? No background there. So we may have to go cheat the system again in just a moment. May. So we're not on here all night with me looking for backgrounds. June. All right, that's one place that I had them. And then another place, June. I'm not going to go through looking for it. If I don't see it, which I don't. All right. Let's see if I may have placed it here. I feel like we're getting hot. I feel like we're getting hot. Because I believe that this is a background that I was helping my client Daryl utilize, and I may have that background in this area. It's Henderson Party inside the slides. One of these is supposed to say background for when I was setting up this for him. Is where we began grabbing that background. All righty, there we go. Shikochi. All right, so now we got it in. So we're going to go ahead and pull that into the background here. There we are. We're going to go ahead and according to the image, we need to get an element. And the element that we would like to get is a shape. And we want this shape to be black. All right, and we're going to bring that up to the right up there. This is for our Canva in a Snap logo to go on. Go back to our project, to the images, and this is the one that we were bringing up. Okay, sorry about that. Just click it so it puts it in there. And then we want to move it to the right size and stick it in there. All right, we want to go down here and get our Tuesday image for down here in the bottom right. We want to go ahead back to our elements again, and we want to get this shape again. And we want that shape to be black again. We want it to come off screen and down some here to the bottom. And I believe we actually had it going across the arm just to hide a little bit of that imperfection. All right, and then we wanted to bring our logo in, go back to the project, bring our logo in and size it down for the bottom left-hand corner here, if my memory serves me well. All right, and then let's go look at it one more time. Teacher Tuesday, and then our image in the body, and that was it. Okay, so here is the thumbnail. Now let's go over to our text. Our heading text was hashtag Teach You Tuesdays. Teach You Tuesday. All right, this text is white. And then we had a smaller text underneath it. And I believe that text is with Brand Master. I'm going to cheat and do my text here, copy, go back over there. And for the purpose of this, we wanted it to remain a Montserrat. Even though I have my subtitles here, I want that one actually to continue to be the Montserrat. Let's take it down just a little bit. All right, and so that looks a lot like that to me. Look like a lot like that to you? A lot like that to me. So let's go ahead and pull the size of myself up just a little bit here, there. Let's take that one, bring it back a little there. We can go ahead and add on this shape. No, not on that shape, on that there. Increase the size of this just a little bit there, just to get as close to that as possible. And it looks like that would be all that we would currently need for our template. So because we are creating a template and it's a Teach You Tuesday template, we want to make sure that we're staying as close as possible to what we already have out there. People won't be able to tell a great bit of significance because this is inside Photoshop, this is inside Canva. But the main thing you would see is there's a drop shadow behind this box, a drop shadow behind this box. There's a slight drop shadow behind me. That really doesn't matter with regards to a thumbnail. And the whole purpose of this is to make something that is easier for me to replicate inside Canva without having to go and boot up my Photoshop program again. So let's look at the big image that is in the background here and here. I like rounded corners with a drop shadow. May not always be able to get a drop shadow, but the bottom line is one large image that will catch your attention for what it is that we're doing. And specifically on that Teach You Tuesday that I'm utilizing this thumbnail for, it's actually for this product or service for, how to give value of domains. So we're going to just go ahead quickly and we're going to do a visible part of that snapshot, and we have it there, and we're going to select to copy it here. Now, usually on the fly, I would just paste it and then I would kind of move it down because I'm going to need to use it in a minute. And I'm going to see if I can do this through a template use. So for the purposes of this, I don't want a border around it. I just want to see if it's going to allow me to pull that image inside of this shape and utilize it. And sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it acts a complete behind. Okay. And so what I want to do is see if I can go in here. I don't want to go to recently used. I want to go to my shapes, and I want to see if I can find a template for it to allow me to place, because sometimes it's not shapes that you want, it's actually templates that you want. And let's see, here we go, frames. I'm sorry, I kept calling it a template. See all the frames, and I want a frame with no border. And so I want to pull that in there. And again, it gave me the border again anyway. But I don't want it to have a border on it. So we're going to go in and do the filter, and we're going to add OO. Sometimes that will work and it's not working. So sometimes it gets hinky. You have to play around with it sometimes to get it to not give you what you're trying to get. Like I don't want a solid color or a gradient. I want none at all. And so if I were trying to get it to have a transparent border, I don't know why it's not allowing me just to pick one without a border right now, but that's a non-issue for right now. We'll figure that out in just a moment. Let's see if I can go in here again and do a different frame with no border, but that is rounded corners. Search frame. Let's go rectangle and see if it'll, here we are. See, I knew it was in here. There we go. All right, and so now we can delete that one. And so because I like for mine to be a certain way, let's see if I can get this to do what I want it to do. And we'll see if we can continue to manipulate it and move it around and get what we kind of want out of it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But we're going to see if, there we go, it allowed me to pull it in. Here we go. And just in case you guys didn't see me, let me back up. So here's the image down here. Here's the rectangle. I, of course, like a longer rectangle. And so I would go down to see if I see any more. I may not. It may not do exactly what I wanted to do. Child, that is the least of my worries. So if I wanted to see if there were any more options, this is a free option. And you know, you can go through here and see what some of these offer to see if you can get more of what it is you're looking for. This would be more along the lines of what I was looking for. See how you just have to go back and look again. And so now I can make this bigger because remember, we're trying to get it to replicate this same look here, or how long that image is in the background of some of these, okay? All right, we can go ahead and close that one out now. Okay, I got something open somewhere. All right, there we go. Nope, no changes to that one. I was trying to get to one of these and show you, see how long that image is across there or how wide that image is. I want to continue with the same branding that I've already created inside Photoshop, but I want to duplicate that same body style here inside of Canva. So we searched around until we found this longer option box that we were looking for. Then we went to where we brought the image in and we dropped it here inside of the box. So now I want all of this to look nice and flush. I do want that top data up there. I'm just moving it around here inside of the body of what we have going on. So I do want there. I do want my logo to show there. And that's more of what I'm looking for. Double clicking, now it goes away. Also, because we want this position to go to the back, we want that to be behind this box up here, behind myself. And had it come down below, we would want it to be behind there. So I think that is exactly what I'm looking for this image. And somehow I've slid that down just a little bit. There we go. And so that is the one that we're going to use for Teach You Tuesday. And so now I'm going to save this, download, PNG. I'm going to blow it up just a little larger, download, and it is going to save it. And then I'm going to name it. And I love that when you do save directly here inside of Canva, it names whatever it was. And so the last Teach You Tuesday was 11/23. So we're going to click on that one. And this is, I meant to do Teach You Tuesday. Need to get this organized too, huh, guys? All right, so here we go. Let's go. Teach You Tuesday. 11/23, and this is actually going to be for this week's, and this week's it would be the 28th. All right, and while we're in here, let's continue to be organized. We're inside of the correct 2023 brand new blueprint. Let's go ahead and create the Teach You Tuesday folder. All right, and we're going to save that one in there. So eventually I'll go back and pull all the previous ones that were designed in Photoshop and go ahead and put them inside the correct folders here for the Canva project, but needed you to see basically how it's done. I want to see if it will let me. I don't like that little gray border right there, but I think that's just maybe an anal right now. I really don't think that's too big of a deal, but I don't like it, so I want to move it. Y'all have to forgive me. I get kind of anal like that sometimes. All right. Yep, that's more along the lines of what I want it to look like. Okay. So, of course, y'all know now I got to save it again because I made a change. All right. Save. And it should populate right back into the folder that we were already in. It did. Click on it. Yes, it's going to save over it. Yes. All right. So now let's go over to the window here. This is where I've already lined up everything. So here's where I've already done the pre-recording. I've selected all of the options for where I want this to post. The start time that it is going to be this is a Teach You Tuesday. And I normally do these At whatever time I've been becoming more consistent with the time of day that I post. And so today we're going to, this is supposed to post for a Teach You Tuesday. So we're going to do it at 12 a.m. A Teach You Tuesday. I've already put in all of the data. And so I'm going to have it go ahead and announce a little bit later today at probably be finished with this training by 12:45 in the next 5 minutes or so. We know where our thumbnail is now located. And this is in our logo folder under brand new for Teach You Tuesday. And there is the image. Perfecto. We're going to apply that image. So now we have the pre-recording set to go off at midnight tonight, which will be on Tuesday morning. That's when the time will start. Here's all the body text. It also adds in my information about utilizing StreamYard and StreamYard Hack. And we're going to have that announced in the next 5 minutes of today for tomorrow. So we're going to customize and make sure we don't have the lengthy time, which we usually do. So we just go over here generally and just take off with the Blend Master or do something like that, something short and sweet to keep within the confines of what LinkedIn allows. And we say create a stream. And so I appreciate you guys watching me work on today and creating this Canva thumbnail. So generally I would have these, or I've been for the longest time creating all of my thumbnails inside of my professional program, Adobe Photoshop. But because I am dipping back to Canva, because of its ease and because of the ability to help people who really don't need to afford the high budgeted Adobe Photoshop, that can actually afford the inexpensive, more organized program through Canva. That is the reason why we're dipping back and we're now reorganizing some of the things that we would do inside of the high-end professional, product Adobe. We're reorganizing them in Canva for your use. So I hope you are excited about that and probably will be able to watch me work and set up this Watch Me Work Wednesday. Right, so let's go over to, let me give you that little tidbit here. Let's go to our full playlist and let's go ahead and grab this one right here. Let's scroll down and let's get the text out of that one. Copy. All right, and then we're going to come into StreamYard and we're going to create the recording, pick the location of the areas that we would like for it to stream to. We're going to drop that into the body here. And this is Watch Me Work Wednesday. And let's go to how to set up this hashtag Watch Me Work Wednesday StreamYard. Got it? Today we are walking, let's do it this way. We walked through a Canva setup of YouTube thumbnails previously. Let me show you guys a hack here really quickly. And we'll see if it will allow me to do this because I'm currently using the microphone for StreamYard. It may not allow it, but we're going to check and see. Previously created for Teach You Tuesday, we are revamping the Watch Me Work Wednesday. Everybody catching this nugget that I'm putting down? I am talking and it is recording, and I still see that it is also recording my StreamYard. So if you guys wanted to transcribe something that you are actually doing inside of StreamYard, a teaching or a training or something like that, and you needed to have captions for it, but you wanted the captions to be more exact to what it is that you're saying, then when you're doing the training, go ahead and allow your free program inside of Google Docs to transcribe what it is that you're saying as you continue to do the training. So even though I am in here and I am training you guys, it is also transcribing, so I can then take this text and utilize it inside of my closed captions. I have no idea where that brain, whatever you want to call it, just came from. But I felt like I needed to show that on screen. All right. So now that you see how you can transcribe while you work, the only issue that I have found with that is when you click away from the screen, it will not keep transcribing for you. So if I were inside of here and I were continuing to transcribe what it is that I'm saying, if I leave that screen and I come over to a different screen, which I just did, you saw that it stopped transcribing. Okay. So that's kind of, a hindrance that it has, because it wants to be able to hear that you are in the system that you are transcribing. Got it? Got it. Okay. So again, let me finish out this right here. And what I will probably do, let's see, which screen do I want to utilize for this? Let's go. Watch Me Work Wednesday in StreamYard. And I'll finish this out and get this set up, but I'll do this. Watch Me Work Wednesday, how to set up this. Watch Me Work Wednesday in StreamYard. Today we walked through a Canva setup of YouTube thumbnails previously designed in Adobe Photoshop. However, with expanding my value in my current CTT squad and incoming students, I needed to #document the process of shifting from Photoshop to Canva, all the while pouring into my community. All right, so I'll finish out the text on that as well. I'll go over here and I will more than likely duplicate this for a Watch Me Work Wednesday. And let's see the thumbnail for this one. The thumbnail for the Watch Me Work Wednesday has the image down here with the poppy color up there. So let's go into Canva again and let us do. Which way do I want to do this to make this easier on myself? File and make a copy. Name the copy. #Watch Me Work Wednesday. Copy that, copy. And I believe when I do Watch Me Work Wednesdays, those are actually up top, not down bottom. So let's delete that. Let's delete that. Let's bring this image down bottom here. Let's pull that in if I recall correctly. Let's drop that inside there. Let's grab that and place that up there. Get rid of that. Pull that from over here if I recall correctly. All right. And then she was folder Teaching Tuesday. And the images, she was the poppy color. Boom. All right, I believe that one was more like that. If I'm not mistaken, let's go over here and check and see. That up top, her over there, this here, and that right there. And so now, easy peasy, this is the one that we're utilizing, but I think we wanted to use this StreamYard setup here for that thumbnail. And so let's do a invisible part screenshots, say copy, go over to watch me work, say paste, and actually drop that into the box. So here is our thumbnail for today. Yay! Okay, so now we'll just go ahead and save that one, download it. We're going to go up one more size on that one, 16 by 19. Let's work with that. Download, because it's going to resize it inside StreamYard anyway. All right, and we're going to go up and we're going to create the Watch Me Work Wed. Oh, I can't type now, y'all. Wednesday. All right, I'm going to double click. And then to make sure we're keeping consistent, go back into Tuesday, click the name of Tuesday, now go over to the Wednesday folder and change the time and the date and all that. Watch Me Work Wednesday, the 29th. Save. Boom. Go in StreamYard. This is the one that we're setting up. And I will go and change it over to the pre-recording for this one when we finish up. But in the meantime, we're going to schedule that for later. The start date on that one, of course, is going to be Wednesday, 12 o'clock a.m. with the thumbnail that we just completed. See how it resized it right nicely? And we want that one to announce later, but we can't do that until we do the pre-recording, okay? And we can't do the pre-recording until I finish talking. So again, I say, I hope you have found value in the information that I have shared with you on today. I will actually wait for this recording to render. I will go and verify the text that I have inside of the Watch Me Work descriptions, and everything is good to go. And then I will render the recording into that one, and your recordings for this week will be populated as well. Thank you again for your time on tonight. I pray that you have found value in this Watch Me Work Wednesday, that you were able to see the ease when you mirror softwares and applications and programs like StreamYard and mirror them with Canva, and you can move away from a more expensive program like Photoshop into a less expensive but highly impactful program like Canva. You can place your design works from other places. You can manipulate them, resize them, and have them do what you want them to do, baby, right here inside of Canva, that you understand, that this is an amazing option. This is the best time that you can get on and learn these things out here in these internet streets while you have the wherewithal, the go with all, the desire, to do it. And you have everything that you need inside of you to do what you are purposed and passionate to do here right now. So again, I hope you have found value. I hope to catch you on the next one. See you again on either Next Mindset on Monday, Teacher Tuesday, or Watch Me Work Wednesday. Thank you for your time.